What are the best movies to kick off the new year?
What's happening,
right.
everybody? How you doing?
There we go.
Good.
Good, buddy. How are you?
Things are well in the 1980s.
Welcome
You're
back.
back to work at. You're back to. That's great. You're back to work at South Park now, right?
I am, yeah. Monday was the first day, so we are working remotely.
I am very excited to see the new episodes for sure.
It will be good.
All right, so you've got some episodes for us. Not episodes. I'm sorry. Movies for us
I
for
do.
the new year.
Yeah, I found myself, we did the whole New Year's list, and that was fun. Movies to watch on New Year's Eve and into New Year's. But now that we're actually in 2021, I started looking at what I was watching, and I was like, you know what? This is a pretty good thing to share, okay? And what I'm about to share is basically the opposite of what we're experiencing. There are going to be no political movies on this next segment because I think we're all politically fatigued, okay? So
Right.
How to start the new year, how to start your tone, this is how you do it. And here's the first film.
Oh, yes.
Love it. Okay. So this is Peter Jackson of Lord of the Rings, the director of Lord of the Rings. One of his earlier films. It's probably the most fucked up zombie film and well-made zombie film you will ever see, next to Shaun of the Dead, of course. This is a fantastic splatter movie, and the effects don't get any better than this. It's a total comedy, horror, and love letter. And you can totally, the cool thing about this is you can see the seedlings of a fantastic director. Actually, I didn't want to say that. You can see a fantastic director in this movie, and it's not even like unheard of that he went on to do what he did. So if you want to see another earlier film that he did, it's Meet the Feebles. It's a total puppet film. It's like a Jim Henson Muppets on Acid rated R flick.
Bad taste.
And then before that,
I remember.
Bad Taste. Yes, exactly, brother.
I remember this when I was a kid. I remember seeing this poster and wanting to see it so badly, but I was too young.
Man, fantastic. And it holds up.
Now I'm going to watch it.
It's gory, bro. But it's like it's a splatter film, so it's like cartoon. Right?
I'll just make sure I'm eating chili at the same time.
Please do.
Yeah.
Please do. Dude, this movie is totally like on my replay list, like lifelong replay list movies. I can watch this anytime. I can watch Mr. Mom anytime. Okay, those are the movies. So there you go. Go figure.
All right. Awesome.
The next one. Absolutely.
Oh yeah. Yes.
So this movie was written by Carol Sobieski, who went on to, she had a fantastic career. She actually died in 1990. But I think one of the last films she wrote was Fried Green Tomatoes and Money for Nothing with John Cusack. But she went all the way back to Peyton Place. I mean, so she had a hell of a career. But it was also directed by Richard Donner. And it also stars, obviously, Richard Pryor. But Scotty Schwartz, who went on, actually before that, he was in, what was it?
And the great Jackie Gleason.
Of course, absolutely.
Richard Pryor, come on.
I love Jackie Gleason, but like I'm kind of a Richard Pryor fan. Oh no, God bless you. I saw the Kidco thing, but yeah, Kidco is great in '84. But Scotty Schwartz, he was in A Christmas Story. But yeah, this movie unfortunately gets panned every now and again because they feel like Richard Pryor kind of sold out and started doing these movies that weren't like more artistic enough. But this movie actually has really good messages in it. It's like how to be a good father. There's race relations involved and and commentaries on that and just about friendship. And it just holds up. It's just a funny movie. So I totally recommend this in terms of starting your 2021. What else you got? Yeah, one of my favorites.
Amazing.
Amazing.
Now, here's the deal. All these movies, obviously they're VHS, but all these movies are totally streaming. So if you got, Prime, Netflix, whatever, just search it out. But Arthur, I got to say, is one of the funniest screenplays ever written, in my opinion. The writer-director, Steve Gordon, unfortunately died a year later. And, he really knocked it out of the park. And it's, in my opinion, Dudley Moore's best film. And Sir John Gielgud, who plays Hobbs, is his butler, is just so fantastic. But great movie, totally funny, totally holds up on my recommended list.
Just remember, don't watch the remake. The remake was horrible. Don't watch.
Yeah,
watch
I almost.
original.
Yeah,
because there's a lot of young people out there who are like, I don't watch old movies. Let me tell you something. This movie, you will love it. You will love it, even if you're young. You will love it because it's amazing writing, amazing acting, amazing direction. One of the greatest movies ever made, in my opinion, as well.
Yeah, fantastic. And I gotta say, I actually tried to watch the Russell Brand remake. I was totally angry that they made it, but I'm like, I'll give it a shot. And I put it on 10 years ago on demand, and I got 5 minutes in, and it stuck. It wouldn't play anymore. I'm like, that's a sign. I'm done. I never saw it. And I actually don't dislike Russell Brand. I think he can be talented and the right role.
Yeah, but he's not Arthur. He's just you can't remake that movie.
It's fantastic. So I've got a couple others. So what do we got?
Okay.
You see how I lean? I'm a leaner.
The jerk.
For 2021, man. Okay, so Steve Martin and Carl Gottlieb and another gentleman wrote the story and screenplay for this. It's Carl Reiner film. He died last year. God rest his soul. One of the funniest movies Steve Martin has ever done, and that's saying a lot. Totally holds up. Bernadette Peters is a gem in this film. It's just
she's beautiful.
Yes, but she is. I mean, opposite him, she's hilarious.
Funny.
Mason.
Yeah. So I mean, just like I think for the tone of 2021, you know, just ease into it. Just stream The Jerk. If you like to watch VHS like I do sometimes, watch The Jerk on VHS. That's fine. But yeah, it's just a hell of a movie, and especially if you're interested in comedy, The Jerk is it. Now I got to tell you, there's two kinds of people in the world: those that love The Jerk and those that hate The Jerk. And the same can be said about What About Bob and Zoolander. So there's two camps.
All great movies.
Yep. Well, that's why we're
all great movies.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So if you see a blue sedan pulling a small church, that'd be the one.
Now, I've got to tell you, gentlemen, being that I'm in an 80s video store, for the next segment, I'm going to have to go back to the future. So, you know, it's funny. I was actually talking to Susanna, and she had a really good idea about, you know, streaming suggestions. So I want to actually offer that as opposed to just some old, dated, which I love, films. So for me to do that, I'm going to have to go back to the future. So, Doc Susanna, take us to 88, please. All right, I'm back. Okay.
Yes.
Now, here's the deal, gentlemen. Here's the deal. I recognize I'm wearing some dated gear, 2015, right? I get it. It's fine. I like it. It'll come back probably in 10 or 15 years, but this is a fly style. All right, so my streaming suggestion is Cobra Kai Season 3. It's streaming on Netflix right now. It once was on YouTube Red, but now if you haven't seen any of it, because YouTube Red was like, we want $500 for a membership. Netflix has it all. So they have every season. So I think you should dive into it. It's super cheesy and super faithful to the whole franchise, and it's awesome.
Yep. You know what I love about that? You know what I really love about that is the great. It's cheesy and it's cheesy. It's stupid, but it's funny. But it's the acting is really good. But here's the thing I love about it more than anything is that the characters, they show why they're upset about things, and they show the growth in the real growth in the character, not just fake. You know how sometimes they write a series and they're like, well, this guy's been good, let's make him bad now, and then for no reason his character changes and acts bad. This actually goes through, and you see the struggle of the guy who's the bad guy sometimes. But you see the real struggle, like he's a real human being. He's not just, and you see the growth in the characters. It's a very smart. It's very smart writing because it actually promotes value. It promotes morality. It promotes becoming a better person, and it really does. It genuinely does it, and it does it well.
And it's cheesy fun.
It is. It's totally cheesy fun. It's hilarious. But very few shows have that morality to it, and show why is the guy such a bad guy, and then they show the growth in the character. So it's I love it. I mean, that's one of the things I was talking.
And you can tell it's like a super love letter. Like the cats behind it it's a super love letter to the franchise. Like, they're the right cats to make it, and everyone's really good. But I think in my opinion, it's Billy Zabka's show. It's Johnny Lawrence's show. Clearly, I mean, he steals the show, and it's fun to watch him, be hard edged and kind of out of step with society, but like there's moments of like, oh, he's a human. Oh, he gets it. Oh, there's growth, so on and so forth. But it's still funny to watch.
Dude, he's so good. He's so freaking good. His character is perfect. He's stuck. He's like me. He's stuck in classic rock. I'm stuck in classic rock. I admit it. I fully admit it.
Well, I got to tell you, I know somebody named Doc Susanna. So if you want to venture around a little bit, eras, she's the one.
Yeah.
She's got a sweet DeLorean.
Yeah, man. So. Awesome.
Her uncle.
I want to bring up one more movie that you didn't bring up. Tootsie.
Oh, it's funny. That would have been my gender bender segment. Yeah, that's a great fucking movie. I actually almost bought the original screenplay on eBay like a week ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, it's one of the most perfectly executed comedy dramas that I've ever seen.
Oh, I mean, it's superb actually, and it's a killer commentary. Not to be like, but it is. And
it's pretty flawless.
It really is. In fact, it's funny because it's a movie I watched a lot as a kid, but I didn't get it because I was like 5, 6, 7, 8. I just thought I was like, oh, look at him do his thing. And I started watching it probably within the last 10, maybe 15 years, and just appreciating it for what it is. And Bill Murray, Terry Garr, fantastic. So.
Oh God, Bill Murray was so hilarious, and oh my God. All right, we gotta go. This has been a long show, but
I gotta get back to the 80s. So, yeah.